Welcome back, my McBoatface friends. That's right. We should start a society. We should start a Bodie McBoatface appreciation society. Well, you know what? I'm the founder. Join the club if you're interested by smashing that subscribe button and also the like button as well. Anyway, yes, I'm Open Potato. Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're having a little look. We're having a little look at Stallbridge Goods Factory at the moment. Coincidentally, actually, it seems like it is just about to upgrade itself, which is wonderful because I mean that's just great, isn't it? That's just really good. Yeah, so we changed around a few bits and bobs concerning the delivery of coal and steel and whatnot over the course of the last episode. So that's kind of nice to do. Kind of happy with how well that's sort of turned out. I think we need to try and get some more coal. Unbelievably, I think we need a heck of a lot more coal because we need to start producing more steel in order to produce more goods, and we need to produce more goods in order to ship more goods back to this area over here. Now, I say this area over here. I mean the Shifnal Exchange. I think maybe honestly we need to reconsider the way in which we're delivering goods to Shifnal. I'm not super happy with the whole flying the goods over thing. It does kind of work, and it is sort of semi-profitable. We do have a bunch of aircraft which are doing a pretty good job. But there's just something about it which just doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't seem right. Also, I can finally repay the outstanding debt that I had over the course of the last episode. But that's not my primary concern. My primary concern is just sort of highlighting what I want to try and accomplish. I want to try and change around this system over here. I don't like how much oil we've got coming into the depot. I think we could do a heck of a lot better, and I think I want to add some brand new oil delivery facilities onto this line. There's two over at Bishop Stotford, and I think both of these are going to be added as added capacity to be transported to the dock, and then can be moved across to Coggshall Oil Refinery. So that's what I want to do over the course of this episode. I also want to sort of disconnect. I want to disconnect this track from the main line. I used to be happy having it connected to the main line, but now I'm just less and less convinced that it is actually as a benefit to us. So in the first instance, let's just get right on that. Let's just sort out exactly what we want to sort out. Ditch this, ditch this, ditch this, ditch that, and ditch that, and ditch the crossover points as well because we will not be requiring those. Ditch all of this. Construction not possible. Okay. Not entirely sure. I mean, ditch the whole bit. That's fine. We can still just stick that in. Put that into there. Grand. And now what we want to do is we want to try and come across the tracks in as swift a fashion as we possibly can. So, basically something like that. Yeah. I'd ideally like to do it with this track first, so we can try and get it to run. Yeah, get it to run basically in a fashion similar to that. So now we're sort of taking the crossover point in this track, and we're making it a heck of a lot shorter. Similarly, right over here, rather than linking the tracks up to the main line, we're going to just get a very simple, very sort of simple parallel setup going over here. Wonderful. And that's going to link up just like so. And then similarly, this is going to link up just over here as well. Okay, so just like that, we've managed to solve what is a pretty big irritation that I've had for a fairly long time with regards to the irritating nature of the delays that the oil train was causing specifically. So very happy to get that done and dusted. Right, so this signal goes in that direction. That means this signal's going to need to go in that direction. This signal's going to need to go in that direction. What's the issue? Goodly. Yes, Goodly is now no longer able to connect up. That is a bit of a problem. How are we gonna get Goodly to be reconnected? I mean, That is a great question. That is a great question. I hadn't really truly considered Goodley, to be honest. I mean, it actually shouldn't be that difficult to do. Hold up. Yeah, so that goes there. That goes there. Yeah, so all we need to really do is link up this track to this track over here. Yeah. And then this track to this track on the way back. That's probably going to be a more challenging one to do. I say that. It's not that difficult to do at all. Yeah, it's a little bit of a complicated points setup, but I think it'll work. I think it should work. Right. Let me just make sure that I've got it absolutely correct. Make sure that I've got an appropriately large amount of signals in here so that we absolutely stop the oil traffic rather than stopping the other traffic. Also, what I need to do is think about where my tracks are going to come from Bishop Stotford. I think we want to create a track that goes from the Stortford oil well. That's right. We want to create a track that goes from Stortford oil well 1 and Stortford oil well 2, and we basically just want to link it straight up to this track over here. But maybe not. Maybe not. The reason that I say we want to link it up to this track over here is because it's probably something that we're going to want to consider getting a service between Gravesend and Bishop Stortford. We're probably going to want to get that, you know, just a passenger service, just a regular passenger service, something to keep the passengers happy. That's right. We can't get a 360-meter train as much as I would dearly love to. Yeah, no. You're not a fan of that. I mean, sure, just, you know, stick in my own bit of road. Why don't you just ask me to do all the building in the game, video game? I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it. Delighted, in fact. Delighted. Right. All the way up there. Fine. And that should allow us... just to create just a regular track. Is that a passenger service? That's a passenger service. What am I doing? You know what? It's just easier to demolish the whole darn building and have another crack, eh? Just, yeah, you know, try again. Try again. Wonderful. Okay. Brilliant. That works. That works like an absolute dream. Okay, now I think I might have an idea of what I want to do roughly. We need to make very, very sure, by the way, that well, first of all, was that a 70 degree corner, a 70 speed corner? Because a 70 speed corner just ain't cricket, I'm afraid. Yeah. $85. That ain't good enough. We're gonna need to make sure that we get the full 120 around here, because I mean we're about to start traveling at the hyperspace speeds. Not 88 miles an hour yet, but we must be close to 88 miles an hour. Also, you know what I need to do, which I completely forgot to do at the end of the last episode, was to actually make the high-speed improvements to the cross-map express route, so the Zephyr can go at an appropriately high speed. Right, now this is gonna be the puzzle. Where do we sort of go from here? Well, first of all, we're gonna have to demolish this road because of course we are. But the next thing is that where on earth do we go from here? This is a little bit of a congested area. Now, ideally, I was thinking, hey, maybe I just sort of blow past Gravesend Annex. Perhaps I bring the track right through the station. But I think now, what we're probably more likely to do is just is basically just connect up a track which is completely devoid of all connection to Gravesend to the Gravesend station. Yeah. Main connection has been disconnected. I know. I'm on it. Yeah, so I literally think this is probably our best bet. Yeah, that is definitely going to require a little bit of terraforming over there because there's no way to do it otherwise. Oops. Excuse me. That's what I'm after. Yeah, a couple of million. Yep. It's fine. It's a good deal. I'll take that any day of the week. It worked out. Okay, and then to come up round here, which we are completely out of money for, by the way, but that's completely fine. We need to rebuild the road connections. Yes, I know. We also need to high-speedify everything. Any way to get a crossover point over here? I mean, that's not bad, like, in terms of speed, but it does seem a little bit messy. Yeah, it does seem a little bit messy. Ditch the first ever... I think that's the first ever anyway. The first ever train depot. Okay. 120 kilometers an hour. 97, 96, 96. I mean, there's only ever going to be compromise in this corner. 110 to 101. I mean, that's about as even as it gets, really. 108. 107. 107 across the board. I mean, that's not too shabby at all. Let's go for something like that. Yeah, and then we'll come down the opposite side. And we'll just double it up. Make sure that it works all the way along. Brilliant. It was so darn close to working all the way along. But it looks like the water level here is just a little bit too close for comfort. A little bit of terraforming. How did I lose all my money? Surely that wasn't terrain modification. It probably was, let's be real. I do like to splash on terrain modification. It's one of my many vices. Okay. This little annoying nubbin is being ditched. Same with that. It's totally irrelevant. I mean, don't build any roads unless you're going to actually build on them, you know? Okay, looking good. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. We can just get everything sort of reconnected up here. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, something like that. I mean, yeah, that looks not too bad. Then that's basically us sorted for everything, really. Now, what I also want to do is make sure that the Crossmap Express has got some proper high speedifying track. Now I think we should just maybe make sure that this entire stretch is high speeded. Man, this is expensive. Right, I'm not even sure that taking out another million loan is going to be enough. I don't know why, but it seems a heck of a lot faster to high speedify track now than it was at the end of the last episode. I have no idea why, but I'm delighted. Goodness me, I've spent like almost $1 million on high speedifying this track. It is becoming easier though. There are longer stretches of uninterrupted track. Wow, we're gonna need to borrow another bunch of money. I simply can't believe it. Actually, I can. High speed track is expensive. Yeah, we're gonna need to have a little look at the speed limits on all of these bits of track, but that high speedifying that track was certainly almost not worth it. There we go. Is that everything high speeded over here? Yeah, pretty much. Right, so we'll see if we're able to extort the maximum speed out of here. Okay. That's the bit that I'm after. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I think that that should be absolutely everything. I think that should be absolutely everything once we're done with this little junction here. Brilliant. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Should we have a little look at the track speed limits? Right. Yeah, that was never really going to improve. But now we're going to be able to capitalize on the true maximum speed of this train, which is 177 kilometers per hour. So as long as the entire sort of section of the Cross Map Express is at least beyond... Yeah, it's 177 kilometers per hour, then I think we'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, to be honest, all of it, I say all of it, most of it is 300. Even this is sufficiently fast enough to deal with everything. Yeah, I think we're going to basically be able to go pretty much full speed from end to end on the Cross Map Express, which will, it's not going to half journey time, but it's going to add, I mean, it's going to really reduce times, which is exactly what we're after. Okay. So this is all sorted. It's all sorted over here. We're gonna need to create a brand new route. Oh, actually, whoops! I just remembered. Yeah, you see that thing that I was doing about the whole brand new oil line? We're gonna continue that brand new oil line over here. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I'd very much forgotten about that. Yep. That's my beat. So we want a bespoke line all the way down this way. All the way down this way. Ooh, is that field gonna get cut off? I hope not. Very much hope not. In fact, I'm kind of relying on it not getting cut off. Yeah, so this is gonna continue down this way. Beautiful. And you know what? You know this whole thing over here with the Goodley train? Yeah, I'm gonna redo that, but I'm gonna redo it later. And I'm gonna redo it in a slightly different place. Okay, that doesn't really want to go together very well. Wait a second. Yes, you do. Yes, you want to go together. Wonderful. Okay, I think if we ditch that signal, then all will be right. All is right. Wonderful. Okay, hopefully this field doesn't need to get eviscerated. Oh, it does. You know what? I'm a massive proponent of agriculture. Literally a bespoke bit of track for that flippin' field. If that doesn't show my commitment, then I don't know what does. Okay, so we now have two crossover points. We've got a proper main line, which actually is very, very decent, in fact. We need to make sure that it all goes together nicely. That goes over there. There we go. What's the issue? Goodley. Oh yes, Goodley needs to be linked up. Now, the thing about Goodley is that we can run Goodley down the oil line, and then we can connect Goodley up over here, just like so. And on the way back, we can just connect up just like that. Yeah. So Goodley should now run in a little bit of a weird way, but yeah, it'll run down here, so it'll actually only be on the main line for a very, 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 very brief period of time, which is kind of the desire that I had in mind. Similarly, Oily 1 should now run on the main line, basically not at all. It basically just shouldn't be on the main line at all. Yeah, it should be totally not on the main line. I should probably configure this station, actually. Probably should configure this station to the depot's in the way. Actually, that's not stopping me. we can just create a different track. It needs to be 160 long, but apart from that, there's no other requirement. And you know what? We should probably just get, we should probably just double it up. We should get one platform for each oil well. I know we've only connected up one of the Bishop Statford oil wells, but no matter. We'll be able to do the other one, I'm sure, in short order. There we go. Wonderful. This is slow. Definitely think that this this process could do with a little bit of optimization. Maybe it's me, but I don't think it is me. Okay, I mean, this is a funky looking station, but by golly, it's gonna work. By golly, it is gonna work. Okay, that actually says that it's gonna work, which I'm shocked about, to be honest. Is any crossover gonna be allowed over here? Looks good, to be honest. Looks good. Doesn't look that good. It was looking good. It was looking real good. Right, ditch that and try again. See if we can try and get appropriate crossover. Yeah, I don't think crossover is going to happen. Okay, well, the solution to this: ditch the two signals. Ditch that. Brilliant. And have the track run parallel before it merges into the oil main line. That's right, it's going to be called the oil main line. Or maybe the oil pipeline. Although even, it's not really pipes, is it? It doesn't really go. Okay, a little bit of crossover. This should absolutely work, no issues whatsoever. He says very, very confidently until, of course, there are issues. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. Look, the solution is to make the track go dead straight out of the gates. That's literally the way to do it. 120, that's right. 120 the whole darned way. Literally just like that. Okay. And then we merge in. Brilliant. And we merge in right over there. And then we set up the corresponding signals. That going in that direction, that going in that direction, that going in that direction, that going in that direction. Perfect. Okay, so we've got oily 1. It would make sense to get oily 2, which should be able to come unimpeded from Bishop Stortford right the way down to Lower Shifnal. We're using platform 3. Absolutely, I do believe that should be fine. And that's it. That's absolutely everything that's required. I don't think I want to have. Yeah, I don't think I want to have a double burgundy oily line. Anyway, yeah, oily 2. Oily 2? Is that the naming convention for the oily lines? That is indeed. Okay, oily 2 and oily 1, both ready to go. What's the train that I've got for oily 1? It's a PLM 200. Wow, I don't even think we have that. I don't even think we have that train anymore. Ooh, I should have checked. Does the route run? Yeah, the route runs perfectly at this section of track over here as well, which is grand. Just means that we're going down to a single bit of track. Now, a couple of people, I say a couple of people, you can definitely get away with like using one track systems, but I always like building a double track just in case it comes in useful in the future. I'm always sort of an optimist like that in terms of it's probably going to come in useful in the future. If you build it, then at least you can return to it with relative ease and sort of build something out. Build something out if you want to. But if you don't double build it, then it becomes a massive problem. It becomes a massive problem in the future to go back and make amends when you don't really need to if you just double it up in the first place. Anyway, let's get all this sorted. 80 kilometers an hour. Sure. All these tank cars, 160 meters in length. Yep, That's 100 and... No. 10 million that we need in order to get this done. Sorted. You know what? Let me just borrow out the entire maximum amount again. And we'll see if we're able to get the... We'll see if we're able to get the appropriate... Here we go. In fact, I think we get 2 trains. I think we get 2 trains for that line. But I was more thinking of getting the second one set up right now. You know, just why not, eh? Is there no road that connects this area up? It's a little bit funky, isn't it? Right, cargo terminus station, 1 terminal. Honestly, no roads surrounding absolutely suits me. There we go. Again, let's try and get the compromise solution. 85, 88, that's fine. Brilliant. Alright, so literally, just like that, we're able to get Oily 3 up and running. I mean, that is just about the simplest... That is just about the simplest route that we could ever actually make. Yep, we're just going to buy another one of these train 40s. Clone the selected train. And we're going to equip you to a brand new route, which is going to be Oily 3, actually. There we go. And it's another burgundy route. Wow. Okay, well, it's going to be red, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Yep. Oily 3, according to the naming convention. No idea why Oily-2, then Oily-3, then Oily-1. Is that the same that happened with Breadly? It's the exact same that happened with Breadly. I don't know why that's happening, but hey-ho. Anyway, that's 5 million that we've still got left in the bank. Now, I'm going to need access to this 5 million or 7 million, whatever the excess loan is. I'm going to need access to it, and I'm going to need access to it fairly soon. Because for all of this oily goodness that we're going to be bringing in, we're going to need to make sure that we add on some additional cargo boats over here. The trains are stuck in a little bit of a no man's land. Okay, you know what? Ditch that signal, he says very confidently, but is not able to pay for it. I told you I would need access to that money. All right, pause. Ditch that signal. Ditch that signal too. There we go. That seems to fix things. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is stone going at 77 kilometers per hour. 78 kilometers per hour. Look at that. Completely unimpeded on the actual main line. How incredible is that? That's delightful. Really, really good to see. Really, really good to see that that's absolutely working as it should be. Right, 88 out of 133 oil. Not exactly ideal, but it's fine. Okay, that was a pretty unusual circumstance there. We should most times always pause the oil trains rather than stopping the long range mainline trains. But that's okay. I think we'll see that get more and more rare as we go. Right, Goodley, we're just waiting for Goodley to head off as well. Goodley's almost ready to go. I almost feel like we should be transporting the goods via wagon, so that they're arriving at the airport slightly more regularly. I think I might actually do that. Once this... This is a mess. This is a mess of signaling. Oh my goodness. 10 new vehicles available. The Douglas DC-3. This is huge. This is huge. A bunch of boats. A Class A4 is available. Fantastic. Streamlined coach, New Mexico. Brilliant. And that train goes up to 160 kilometers per hour. It's not as fast as the Zephyr, but it ain't half bad. It ain't half bad at all. Yeah, train 41 and the other one. Now, I feel like this is sort of an edge case again. Am I even able to borrow enough money to get myself out of debt in order to... Wowzers, I'm absolutely not. We're going to have to wait and hope that this situation fixes itself, or hope that I get enough money to get rid of a signal. Right, do that. There we go. What? Oh, yeah, you're crossing over. Yeah, okay, I get it. You're crossing here. Okay, look, this is going to be very, very rare that an incident like that actually happens. Very, very rare. Okay, and then I'm going to sell Goodly as soon as we're done with this delivery of goods. Okay, looking good. Do we have any tailbacks? We do actually have two. We have two stoned loads of stone. Yeah, I don't know about that. 2 stone loads of stone. 2 stone loads tailed back. Okay. Looking good. You're waiting for a free path. It's going to take a little while. Yeah. I do need to put down a signal right over here though, to make sure that we don't interfere with the crossing of the track. Hold on. With the main line too much. That is sort of, I feel like I have a policy. My policy is I need to reduce the number of signals that I'm putting down because it's becoming a little bit of a problem. There we go. But the point remains is that I should absolutely try and make sure I'm not interfering with the mainline tracks too much. Okay. There we go. Okay, look, that's fine. That's totally fine. Right, so, has Goodly delivered the goods? Also, there is more signaling that needs to be fixed. There we go. It's part of my brand new reduced signal policy. That's Goodly. You're gonna get sold, my dude. Manage vehicle. Sell the selected vehicle. Yes, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna keep my loan out because we're going to want to redo this area slightly. Yeah, I don't like how the goods that are being delivered by train station keep on sort of losing themselves. We've got vehicles hanging around an awful lot of the time, so it seems like a good opportunity to see if we can try and reform our vehicle delivery structure. Maybe this is a good opportunity to actually build sort of like a road highway, a six lane street with a limit of 60 kilometers per hour. That seems kind of required, to be honest. That seems absolutely required. Right, let me ditch this road over here. In fact, I probably could have just done with upgrading it. Construction not possible. Should be possible. Looking good. Bus lane. I'm not going to tram it, but we could tram it. Any chance that I could get away with a bridge here? That's actually exactly what I want. It's going to cost me a lot of money to do this, but I think it'll be worth it. Right, now, can I just upgrade this road to be... Yep, that can be crossover point over there. That's fine. Construction's not possible over here. Well, that's fine. Let's ditch all this. Ditch all this. And then we will just stick in a brand new road, really. Literally just a brand new road. A huge road. I don't think there's any other road that we care more about, right? Large country road. What? I didn't realize that we had the large country road. Okay, I mean, let me get everything upgraded to a large country road then, because that's got a speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. I mean, that's what I'm interested in, right? It's the speed, not the decorative trees. Okay, construction is not possible over there, but that's okay. Yep, let's continue. Let's continue with the large country roads. What about... Oh, uh-oh. You didn't like that video game, did you? You did not like that. What about the construction of a massive bridge over here? unironically, it actually looks like it works. It actually looks like it works pretty well. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm not gonna do that quite yet because I'm gonna redo this, because given that this is our first sort of, given this is our first juicy road, our first big road, I want to make sure that it links up in a appropriate sense. There we go. 135,000 for that bit of road. That's a bit of a lot of money, but that's fine. And that can link up right over there. I mean, that is a truly, truly, truly gigantic road. But as you can see, right? As you can see, hold on, that's going to need to get upgraded. One field will be removed in order to do that. No. Just ditch that, and then, actually, you know what? We don't even need to... I mean, I don't even want this thing to be here anymore at all. I don't even know why we need to have a linkage over here anyway. Yeah, in fact, just do that. I mean, yeah, there's still one main connection which we need to reintroduce, but we can do that with relative ease. Yeah, this is a massive, massive highway. I really like it, actually. I really, really like it. I don't think that this this area is going to be too much of a problem to cross, as in it's not going to be too much of a difficult time to cross the tracks. But if it is, then I will take remedial action, and we'll get that done. Right, Goodley needs to be completely reformed. Need to completely change that. It does still need to go from the same sections, but it needs to go from Shifnal Central to a brand new depot, which I have yet to build. And this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big one because we gotta make sure that we got capacity here. Construction not possible. What about construction over here? Shrink it down a little bit. It is possible, but it's only possible around here. It's not possible in this area. All right, you know what? Sure. If it has to be over there with a horrific... that is truly horrific. If it has to be there, then it has to be there. What can I say? Okay, yeah, Gravesend, that's fine. Let me just sort out Goodley first. Nope. Goodley. Brilliant. There's no connection. I simply don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Could not connect all the stations? I mean... Why? Is this sort of the area of issue? I can try having another crack at this. Yeah, not entirely sure. Not entirely sure why that's a problem. I mean, it should absolutely work at this point. It should absolutely work. Has it got something to do with this road over here? I mean, it's a big road. I get it, but I mean, it should work, right? I think it must be this end up here. I just have a feeling it's this area. Okay. Change it to Medium Street. And then that needs to reconnect up there. Construction's not possible. Oh, come on. There we go. That's imminently possible. And Goodley's still reporting a problem. Okay, well, if it's absolutely not this end, then it must be... It must be the other end. Maybe it's like this section over here? Let me try redoing this bit of roads. Is it an issue with the specific type of country road that I'm using? no idea, really. Try again. Truck station. Let's try to another truck station, shall we? Nope, that doesn't seem to work. And that also doesn't seem to work. Okay, I mean, look, what I can do... Do this. And then... Why is that construction not possible? Alright, just do that there then. Fine. That will at least solve one of the issues. I have absolutely no idea why this is a problem. Is there a road overlay? I don't think there's a road overlay. There's a street traffic overlay. Player owned. Yeah, player owned. It's all me. Change the traffic lights though. Yeah, get rid of the traffic lights. I mean, I don't really know what more could be done to make this bit of section, this bit of track work. I mean, it's still possible for Goodly, or it's still possible for Plastic Fantastic to get to, or whatever that route is. I think it's Plastic Fantastic. It's still possible for Plastic Fantastic to get to where it needs to go. Is there something really stupid that I'm just not considering here? Am I missing something? Maybe. Upper Gravesend, nothing waiting at Upper Gravesend. I have absolutely no idea what the issue is. Let me try buying some vehicles. See if I can just get them transported. 12 cargo, sure. 5 vehicles. Stick them onto Goodly. Yeah, that looks like it absolutely works. Yeah, okay, so I have no idea what the video game was complaining about, but I think if we now have a little look at the Goodly overview, yeah, that's literally exactly where I wanted it to go. So, question mark, not entirely sure about that, but I'm delighted that it does actually work now. Anyway, we've got proper wagons here, so we should be producing a bunch of goods. Bunch of goods ready for transport, which is exactly the way that it should be. I'm fairly wealthy, which is nice. How are we doing in terms of transporting oil? Not bad. Not bad in terms of transporting oil. Have we seen any... We have seen a couple of trains come in from Oily 2 and Oily 3. Nothing in super large quantities yet, but it's coming. 192 oil. Nice, nice. No oil waiting over here, though. Has the train not arrived for the first time yet? Is that what's happening here? We still haven't arrived? I don't think... Yeah, I literally don't think that you've actually arrived at the destination yet. Probably due to signaling horrificness. But that's okay. That'll be changed. That'll be changed in the future. I'm not particularly worried. You not able to go? Waiting for free path? You should be able to go. What are you waiting for? Oh, it's the train in front. I'm with you. That's the train in front. Okay, yeah. Look, so signals still need to be altered fairly considerably. But look, at least we're getting more regular shipments of oil, right? Which means that we should be able to better capitalize on our Living on a Prayer routes and the Cogs Hall oil refinery. Yeah, so we don't have any stored, but we're still consuming a heck of a lot of oil, which means that we need to get more oil over there. Right? Can I see if we can get any boats, any brand new boats? What was the brand new boat that we were offered? Was it the Slaffenshausen? I mean, the Vandal is still far and away the best, I think. The best bang for buck. Maybe we get another Vandal. Sure, buy another Vandal, stick it on Living on a Prayer. Don't know if it's really needed, but it does feel like the right thing to do. So let's do that. How are we doing with plastic? I mean, plastic seems to come in ebbs and flows. 110 goods. Flippin' heck. How long are we waiting for plastic here, fantastic here? We're not actually waiting that long at each terminal, but it's something to consider. Why is it that we just don't have enough coal? Why are we just not getting enough coal? Are we not transporting 400 coal? We are transporting 400 coal. And it's just not enough. It's just not enough, apparently. Okay, well, I mean, this can be easily remedied with a quick little addition. I say quick little addition. Is it ever quick? Actually, in fairness to myself, it occasionally is quick. Okay. There we go. I tell you what. Of all of the track that I've built, I kind of am most happy with this section of track up here. It looks the business, doesn't it? It really does. It looks real nice. Looks real nice. Okay. Not enough money. Not enough money for a crocodile. I think it's a crocodile that we have. And I can't actually hold up. So clone this train and then immediately edit this train because the bit the route that I've just created doesn't actually have the appropriate infrastructure to make that happen. But you know what? It means that we can get an extra gondola in. Extra gondola. Brilliant. Fantastic. That was the entirely wrong train. Actually, no, it's not. That's fine. The crocodile train, which is brand new, that can still exist. That's actually completely fine. I just need to put you onto a brand new line now. You need to be onto Colliery 2. Yeah. Colliery 2-2. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. And let's watch you get to your destination first, and then I'll equip you to the brand new line. Right, but honestly, you know, the good situation is it's fluid. It's a fluid situation that we're experiencing at this moment in time. I can say that. Right, get you equipped onto Colliery 2. Brilliant. Yep, that looks completely fine. Looks completely fine to me, and we should start to accrue a bunch of coal, which is wonderful. If we need to get extra iron, is there anywhere that we can do that? Not really. Not really nearby, anyway. I'm not that bothered, though. Not that bothered at all. Our plastic production is fine. Look at the speed of these things. Look at the speed of these things. Brilliant. Brilliantly fast. Bodie McBoatface is coming back. Ship 1 is coming back. I mean, look, Ship 1 can straight up be replaced. Bodie McBoatface, I mean, you are costing me a lot of money. Your emissions rate is very, very high. You've been in service for 66 years now. I mean, look, that is a veteran license. You've been in Ship 1's been in service for 58 years. Maintenance is very, very bad. In fact, condition is very, very poor. Very, very poor. If we have a little look at emissions levels, you can actually see, yeah, it's pretty bad, actually. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised that the emissions levels in Gravesend aren't actually worse than what they are at present. Yeah, this is a pretty miserable place to be. Anyway, ditch the emissions layer. Give me the overview of Ship 1, and let me see if I can actually get this boat replaced. Replace it with a... Replace it with a Schlafenshausen? Schlafenshausen? It's probably the best. Yeah. Not enough money. Alright. Well, I mean, the thought was there, right? See, look, this is ridiculous. We've got, because of the slow speed of Bodie McBoatface and the high speed of the Klondike immediately behind, it means there's this weird race thing that goes on where the Klondike gets behind Bodie McBoatface and there's nothing that can be done about that at all. Also, I think we got a problem here. We got a problem, yeah, well, we've got a problem where the goods are being oversupplied over here, which is just about as bad as it gets, really. Yeah. Passenger platform, cargo platform. I can't add that there. That's a bit of a bummer. I think we're gonna have to add it backwards. How much? I can't take out any loans. Right, so we're just gonna have to actually lump it. Also, hold up. Let me get that roads network overview again. What is it? Player-owned layer. Which one was it? This one. Yeah. Change the traffic lights. Ditch the traffic lights, honestly, in their entirety. Right. Super, super, super unhappy with this situation that has arisen. It's not good. It's not good at all. We are wasting goods. Also, the amount of vehicles and wagons that we have on this platform is just ridiculous. There's not much that we can do about it, though. I need money. I need money in order to redo this road section over here. Turns out the extra vandal, by the way, quite helpful. Quite helpful when transporting large amounts of oil. Okay, so ditch this section of road, ditch that section of road, ditch all of that road, ditch all of that road, ditch all of that road. Fine. Right, now, let's go into this and configure this cargo platform to operate. Yep. Brand new cargo platform. It's going to need to be about as large as it possibly can be. Ditch that whole thing. Yeah. Keep configuring, because it's going to need to get a bit bigger than that. I don't think that there's anywhere else that we can build this, unfortunately, though. So we're just going to have to keep on building. And we're also going to have to get more trucks. I am aware of that fact. Is there any way that I can get a station entrance over here? Get a station entrance over here. Get a station entrance over there. I mean, look, that seems already like total overkill. Yeah, do that. Okay, and then we'll just get sort of basic small lane country road to link up the rest here. This might actually mess with our this might actually mess with a few things, actually. So it might mess in the first instance. Oh, come on. Might mess in the first instance with the connection from the terminal to the station. I'm hoping that that's not the case. Okay, does that... That looks like it still takes up the correct area. Cool, okay, good. That looks fine. Okay, so that all looks a-okay to me. Now we've got, well, still vast emptiness of money, unfortunately. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. That's much better. Yeah, we just have way too few trucks on Goodly. Right, yeah, you've got 0 out of 12 logs. Goodly, okay, so Goodly needs to get changed. So, at Shift Null Central, you need to wait for the goods. Yeah, you need to wait for the goods for a maximum time of 3 minutes. Totally fine with that. Then, you need to go to Gravesend. We also need to manage the vehicles on this specific route and clone them all. And clone as many as we possibly can. Please appear at this depot right over here. Otherwise, we're going to have an issue. For goodness sake. Where are these stinking trucks appearing? I don't even know. Where could they possibly want to appear that is more local, that is closer? I don't get it. What's up with this? What's up with this area? Why is this not working? Is it just because... Is it because there's a train underneath? Is there a train underneath here? Doesn't look like it. It says you're waiting for a free pass. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. There's a train that's actually going past. I literally see what's happening. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can sort of stem the... Oh, no, I can't because I don't have any money. I'd love to stem the sort of traffic over there, but I actually can't. So I didn't really consider that. I didn't really consider the knock-on effects of adding this brand new oil line into the ecosystem of the Gravesend food supply route. Cool. Okay, that should absolutely solve that problem. Basically means that we'll always prioritize... Oh my goodness, 160 kilometer PRR class GG1. Well, I mean, as a gamer, I feel like I'm obliged to purchase anything that says GG or has GG in the name. Okay, fine. Looking good. Yeah, okay, so that's that sort of miniature food problem fixed. Stoned, yep, looking fine. Looking good. Yeah, all looking super fine. Apart from the fact that we've just got far too many trucks over here that are not transporting what they're supposed to be transporting. Now, you should pick up 12 goods so that we can stop the despawning of my hardly manufactured goods. It's tough to actually do this, so there needs to be more. There needs to be something better. Honestly, maybe like a single entrance wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Yeah, I do feel like a station exit up here might not be terrible. I mean, the very nature of this operation is pretty irritating. I know what I could do. I know what I definitely could do. What I could do, actually, in actuality, is extend the cargo platform down this side and then use this side for oil. I think that's what I might do. Yeah, when my finances are in a little bit of a better position, a little bit better shape, I'll sort that out. I do want to have a one-way system in place here, because this is just ridiculous. This is a little bit silly. Maybe I'll create a branch of the highway. Yeah, okay. But in terms of, like, plastic transportation, in terms of oil transportation, we're actually not doing too badly. In terms of goods transportation, we're actually not doing too badly either. Okay, let me go and configure this. Okay. Cargo platforms. Hopefully, we're going to be able to add more than one. We're going to be able to add loads. We basically need storage for about 110 goods. We need storage for about 65 oil, give or take. Because that's about the maximum load that the Vandals can carry back. Or it's about not the maximum load that they can carry back. They can carry back up to 130 oil. But it's the maximum load that they do carry back. Okay, so let's literally just swap it around. So, managed line, Goodly. Yep, you're going to use Terminal 2 over at Shift Null Central. And Plastic Fantastic is going to use Terminal 1 at Shifnal Central. Brilliant. Yep, so that's the plan. It seems to work. There's going to be a one-way system in here, in place. So we're going to have a station exit all the way up at the top here, which is going to be enforced. I say it's going to be enforced. Might not be enforced. Because I don't want to mess, as I say, I don't want to mess with the area of effect too much. Right, large highway roads. Okay, looking good. This is a lovely beachfront drive. Excuse me. There we go. All right, this is looking more and more like a complete waste of money. I mean, more and more like a really comprehensive infrastructure project. Okay. Ideally, I'd like the bridge to look a little bit better, but I mean, if it can't look better, then I guess it can't look better, right? That looks like such garbage. Okay, sure. Get that sorted. Give me the whatever it is, player-controlled areas. That one. And ditch the traffic lights. It's a one-way road anyway, so yeah, that should work. Okay, so will trucks choose to automatically use that end up there? It will be faster for these trucks here. Yeah, it'll be way faster for those trucks. It won't be faster for the plastic fantastic crowd, but the other guys, it absolutely will be. Yeah, it looks like this setup, by the way, still works completely adequately. 51 oil, yep, that was unloaded from the Vandal, works completely fine. Works completely fine. Yeah, very happy with that. The tailbacks, that looks fine too. Nothing too major at the moment. So I mean, that's all grand, really, as far as I'm concerned. The traffic lights that we've got over here, not too bad at all. Tell you what, large number of passengers going up and down this up and down this road. 13 passengers, 13 passengers, 16 passengers. Basically from Shifnal. We should honestly run a bus service. There's nothing to be lost by running a bus service as well, in addition to our existing train service, the Let's Get Shifney. I think we're gonna need another Vandal, to be honest. Let's get another 2 Vandals. There we go. Brand new 2 Vandals to help with the brand new increased load of oil, which we definitely have. More oil, by the way, more oil transported on more Vandals means that we need to get a properly large increase in the number of plastic boats that we have. Where's my Schaffhausen boat? Oh yes, I didn't actually get it. I didn't actually get it because I didn't have the money. Right, so let's get you replaced with a Schaffhausen. I think this is still a small boat. Zoop, there it is. Wow, it really motors, doesn't it? It really motors. Okay, so let's get 2 copies of that. There we go. I think that's totally fine. Presumably, will emerge from the same depot. That's all good. Look at this, a very large amount of Vandals. That's cool. Looks fine. The next stage, by the way, the next stage is having Living on a Prayer 1 and then Living on a Prayer 2, and then having Living on a Prayer dock on one side of the dock and Living on a Prayer 2 docking on the other side of the dock, so that we can capitalize on more docking slots, because at the moment I'm not entirely sure that we have enough docking slots. Yeah, unbelievably, I think we might not have enough docking slots. Anyway, yeah, you're going to load up with a bunch of plastic. Wonderful. You're going to head off. And you're going to come back with 0 goods for me, which is pretty disappointing, I must say, but whatever. How are we doing in terms of goods? We're not doing too badly. We're not doing too badly. We're not doing too badly at all. Transporting the goods to the airport, by the way, I think that should all be... It should be a much smoother process. Let me manage all of the vehicles on the even goodlier line, just briefly. and select them all. And let me get them all replaced. Let me get them all replaced. I can't replace them with a DC-3, even though that's totally ridiculous. DC-3 is absolutely able to carry cargo. It says that it's able to carry people. Don't believe it. Don't believe it at all. Yeah, replace all of the vehicles. Replace all of the vehicles with the brand new, I say brand new, comparatively brand new Junkers aircraft. Which is good. Good stuff. Also, first flight. How's first flight doing? It's not doing too great. Right. Let's sell off 8 of these vehicles. Yeah, 8 of these vehicles, and the remainder of the vehicles will get upgraded to be the very latest and greatest Douglas DC-3s, which is great. Look, we're even. I was going to say we're seeing one come into land, but we're not. There's one already on the tarmac over here. Okay, so first flight now should make a you know, a bunch more money, really. There we go, even goodlier. And as I say, all of the goods should now be delivered. What the heck is going on with the road over here? All of the goods should be delivered in a very, very timely manner. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the speed at which these guys travel now. 60 kilometers per hour. Very, 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 very nippy. And that's going to be the way that we deliver goods from now on, I think. Yeah, 156 oil waiting to be collected. This is not good. This is not good enough. Okay, let's have a complete overhaul of the of this route just quickly here. This route is called Plastic Fantastic. That's the one that I'm looking for. Yeah, so there's a really, really crazy number of vehicles on this route. Let's get them all replaced. I believe I can get them all replaced with the Opel Blitz tank. That's going to cost me 7 million, so unfortunately not able to do that right at this present moment. But I do want to get them all replaced. Now, that will have the advantage of really drastically increasing the capacity per vehicle. So the capacity per vehicle at the moment now is like, what, 8 or something? But with this, it's going to shoot right the way up to 14, which is really quite incredible. Just another couple million more. Brilliant. Okay, and now we've got the very latest and greatest trucks over here. These guys can travel up to, what is it? 60 kilometers per hour. What's the speed limit? What's the speed limit? Is there a land speed limit? I don't think there's a land speed limit. Street traffic layer? Yeah, there's not a specific speed limit, but we can check the road. So I mean, we need something like this. It needs to be upgraded to small country road, medium country road. Yeah, get this upgraded to medium country road. If we upgrade that to medium country road, then we're actually going to be able to take advantage of the full speed of these guys. There we go. Get that upgraded. Medium country roads. Yep, that's already all upgraded. Perfect. Okay, I mean that is just about as good as it can get, I think. We've now, you know, we're now transporting 14 oil in absolutely every vehicle. Do you know what I've just realized though? Plastic Fantastic can no longer transport. Oh, this is a problem. That I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that because we cannot carry the plastic back. The Opel Blitz only carries oil. Right, get them all upgraded to the slightly less efficient oil trucks, but will actually allow the transport of plastic back. Because that is actually a required component of this route. There's no way of avoiding that, I'm afraid. That's just the reality of the situation. But on the whole, you know, I'm still very, very happy with this. Yeah, so plastic's now being produced again, and it's all working as it should. Yeah, not super happy with the efficiency that we've got over here, but you know, a little bit of a compromise station. A little bit of a compromise station. But it works. It seems to be working very, very well. I seem to be making more money than I've ever been making before, which is, I mean, delightful, really, given the sheer amount of money that I've invested in our infrastructure recently. It's been fairly exceptional, really. I gotta say I'm happy about it. Wow. We're pretty much at full capacity of, or full production capacity in our oil refinery as well, so we might need to look for another location within which to refine oil. Didn't actually ever think that would happen. But here we are. Here we are. And that's crazy. That is absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. Yeah, pretty happy with absolutely everything that's occurring right at this moment in time. We've still got a few goods. 64 goods. We really have that many goods? Yeah, wowzers. We absolutely do. Cargo capacity is 115 out of 180. Presumably just because a couple of vehicles haven't actually arrived. Wait, what? Oh, this is your first trip to this station. Yeah, are we able to upgrade any of our cargo terminals? I wish I was able to upgrade a cargo terminal, because that's I mean, it's pretty disappointing how I can't. It would definitely be nice if I could, because at the moment we're wasting a significant amount of cargo, I think. And there's almost nothing that I can do about it. Yeah, it's a DC-3 to pick up 6 passengers. Lovely. I think the number of DC-3s that I've got on the first flight route, probably roundabout correct. But we really need better aircraft. We really need better aircraft on the even Goodlier line. Yeah. Maybe it's just that there's a, you know, for an unusually small number of goods aircraft coming in at the moment, but it does seem that the whole point of introducing the truck service to the even Goodlier line was so that we didn't have an overcapacity in the terminal, but it seems that that's happening regardless of what we actually do. Well, it looks like there's a lot of aircraft, a lot of cargo aircraft coming in right now, which is grand. 110 out of 200 capacity. And these aircraft do fly pretty darn fast, so that's pretty good, I guess. Here we go. You've got 6 people. Brilliant. Pick up 10 goods. Man, we're just getting so many goods in here. Goodly is making a legitimately large amount of money. It's quite scary, in fact. I tell you what, that brand new superhighway actually worked out fantastically well. I'm very happy with it. Very, very, very happy with it. This whole setup, in fact. This whole setup, I'm absolutely loving. I should really change these to non-traffic lights, as I don't really think that there's anything that exciting to see. Yeah, I mean, there might be a couple of crashes, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just, you know, I just make money. I'm not concerned with passenger safety. Absolutely not my concern at all. No siree. Vandal's looking good. The Klondike's looking good. Bodie McBoatface, the OG. The OG Bodie McBoatface. Maybe this isn't even... I don't even think this is the OG Bodie McBoatface. I think we had a boat before that. But I kind of like keeping... this old boat. I kind of like keeping the old boat just because of the nostalgia, you know? Just because of the nostalgia. Only 18 goods, 20 goods. It's because we introduced a bunch of new boats, a bunch of these brand new Schiffenhausen boats or whatever. Schaffenhausen seems to be increasing the efficiency to no end. Still, we've got an oversupply, an overcapacity in the terminals. Wow. Is it because the planes literally cannot take off and land quick enough? Is that the problem? Gravesend branch. Just buy a couple of... Buy like 10 more aircraft. And equip them all onto even Goodlier. Yeah. See if that makes any difference. I don't actually think it will, because we need to get all of these aircraft to take off. And presumably we've got... No, we don't actually have any aircraft waiting to land, so that's great. We should be able to clear a whole bunch of these aircraft off. But the aircraft that set off from Gravesend, the Gravesend hangar, the Gravesend branch hangar, need to take off, fly around, and then come back and land in order to pick up more goods, which is frankly ridiculous. But who am I to dictate the laws of aviation? I am but a player. Doesn't particularly matter. Anyway, ladies and gents, as that is fixing itself, I'm making a ridiculously large amount of money. 42 million last year. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. 42 flipping million. It's never looked better. Let me tell you that. It's never looked better. The slight optimizations that we're making here and there genuinely seem to be making fairly substantial impacts on the game. So what can I say? I'm very, 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 very happy. And I hope you'll join me in the next episode of Transport Fever 2. I hope you're having a wonderful Boxing Day. If you've watched this far, pat yourself on the back. Thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye.